When I first started doing pediatrics, many of the conditions that we treat today very successfully, children died from. Now we're seeing them survive. The Kamansky Center is the go-to place in the city where if you've got a sick kid, you want to come here.
She loves to paint. This particular painting is for the doctors and nurses of 6 West NICU. It's called First Rainbow. Because of them, she was able to see her first rainbow.
Thanksgiving weekend 2010, Leia was 5.5 months pregnant at the time. Something just didn't feel right. That's what drove us to go to the hospital.
I was completely confused when I got in and they said, "You're going to have this baby today."
And Ilana was born at 24 weeks, and she was 1 pound 5 ounces.
But she was no bigger than a water bottle at that point. It was scary.
On her second day, where they told us that she had a very low chance of making it through the day. So that's when we brought in a chaplain. And she got through that day, and she got through the first week.
When she was first born, she had many complications. Every step of the way, I was her attending. I took care of her hands-on for the majority of her time in the hospital.
This baby was born with a condition which was called necrotizing enterocolitis. If the intestine, which is compromised, is not removed in a very timely, expeditious fashion, basically the baby can get an overwhelming infection and die.
The hospital did a really good job of sitting us down that first day and telling us that it's going to be a roller coaster ride.
Each day is like an obstacle course. You'll have your good moments and then you may have your tough moments.
Move it from there and put it.
She had several surgeries. She's very sick, you know. It's kind of like you take care of one thing and here's something else around the corner, but she kept, you know, she was just a tough baby girl.
She had 7 surgeries during her stay. Every time we started to get comfortable, something else would happen.
One night, out of the blue, I was actually called emergently because this tumor in the neck was bleeding.
I just remember sprinting in the hallway and Claire coming up to me and hugging me and said, "She's okay, we stopped the bleeding."
And when we got there, I literally saw about 20 doctors, nurses, and surgeons standing around her bedside, and that was one of many instances where someone did something to save Ilana's life.
We couldn't do some of the things that we do for children without the generous support of our donors.
The outstanding care with Ilana's own innate ability to survive, I think, led to this remarkable outcome.
It's just incredible, and especially when you can make a difference for someone who's so young and then has their whole life ahead of them.
I actually had the opportunity to take care of her since she was very small, like 1.5 pounds, until she was 7 months and a big bouncing chubby baby going home.
When I think about babies going home, babies like Ilana, I get tears in my eyes because it's amazing the work that we're able to do.
We actually brought her home that day on June 28th, which was 7 months to the day of her birthday.
To see her in her car seat, it was just the best day, one of the best days of my life.
Definitely have a bond with them, not just being their nurse, but also I feel like part of the family. Like, I know her grandparents, and yeah, so it's awesome.
Several of the doctors and nurses actually came to Ilana's first birthday party. When she's old enough to understand all of this, I want to take her back and introduce her to the people that put her here and saved her life.
The doctors and nurses of 6 West NICU, I consider them part of my family. They saved her life.